sure y'all watch my TikToks videos. I love my wife. I love to cook for my wife. So today I'm cooking for my wife. Today I am making, I don't know if I'm gonna saute pork chop or I'm gonna bake pork chop. Most likely I'm gonna saute it. So pork chop, boneless pork chop, broccoli and cheese, fully loaded baked potatoes. So I'm gonna start off with my baked potatoes because they take the longest to cook. They take about 45 minutes to an hour depending on the type of oven you got, whether it cooks slow or fast. So I already got my oven preheated to 400 degrees, which I'm gonna keep it at that. And go to my prep. Y'all know I love my black gloves. I like to cook with my black gloves, so let's put the gloves on. Got the gloves on. So I don't know about everybody else, but most of the time where I see people do wrap their stuff in foil. Some people, I guess they boil them or put them in the air fryer. No, I'm straight. So y'all can use that little thing that cuts this, but if you stretch your foil out like this, and you hold it down like this, you hear that? It'll do an even tear. You don't really need the little metal thing. See? That's why I like my thing up there. Stretch it out, hold it down, pull it. You ain't gotta be all day trying to pull foil. So that's what we do that. So I got this ready. Now I'm gonna clean my baked potatoes. These are some pretty good sized baked potatoes. So I just put some water in the pot and just rinse it. I'm using a pot because I don't want to put myself in the sink. I don't want y'all talking about me like, oh, you putting this stuff in the sink. So you put it in the pot. Just pretty much rinse it off. Make sure I stuff out because I don't know about y'all, but I actually eat the whole potato. My wife usually eats part of it, but I eat the whole potato. I mean, you don't eat the whole potato, man. But that's pretty much it. And do a little extra little rinse. Alright, so after I get done rinsing, washing, cleaning, whatever you want to call it, I just damp it off with a napkin. I'm gonna just get that water off of it and move it over here to the placement. No, this is big and put that there. Alright, so just drying them off. And putting it there. So, put it there. Then you get your little olive oil or some vegetable oil, whatever kind of oil you like to use. And you just put a little bit on there. You don't need a whole lot. Just look at this as glue for your seasoning. And you rub that around real good. Got a lot of oil on that one. Let's move some of the oil over there. So yeah, you look at this as your glue. And plus it's gonna help you give it that nice look, not crispy, but that nice baked thing. So, all right, so then you come on with your seasoning. So like I said, I like to eat my whole thing, so the outside gotta have some flavor. So just sprinkle a little salt on there. It's a baked potato. Get some garlic, some garlic pepper. And you get you some onion powder. I like onion, y'all. Whether it's powder or a whole onion, I like onion. So once you get all your, that's a man for you, leave cabinets open. Once you get all your seasoning on there, go ahead and rub it in. Just some on here. Rub it all over the potato. All over the potato. Get it nice and seasoned. Get it nice and seasoned. Once you get it nice and seasoned, then you go ahead and you wrap your potato. Make sure you wrap it real good, because you don't want none of this stuff to leak out of it. Whatever excess seasoning still ain't on there, it's gonna be out. Fold this end up. That way you keeping what's in there, like so. So you keep it in there. So it's like a little, and you come on around, and you pretty much balling it up from there. And that's it. And you can put these directly on the rack. Like I said, you just pretty much sitting it directly on the rack. I got my fold end, I got it up instead of down. And we just pretty much just close it up and get it like 45 minutes to an hour. All right, so here we go with the boneless pork chop. And let's go. I clean all my meat. All my meat clean. I don't care how good it look. And this do look pretty good. You know what I mean? It look pretty good. You got a little fat on there, but it looks pretty good. But I clean all my meat. And remember, salt don't go on meat. Salt don't go directly on meat. But let's get the clean. All right, so how I like to clean my meat. I put it in warm water. And I sprinkle in some salt. Salt just helps it push out whatever excess blood or whatever is just in there that you didn't know about. So I got my warm water in there, and I typically just clean my meat. I look for like a little white, this little white fat. I mean, this ain't got a lot of it on it. Got a little bit on the edges of it, but for the most part, this crow that I go to out here in Nashville, they have some pretty good cuts of meat. And they pretty much just get that fat off of it. And I said, it don't take much to clean meat. Put you some salt in the water, and the fat usually just pretty much comes right off. Not because of the salt. I don't know, salt may take fat to help that, but not because of the salt. I don't think so. It's just fat. It just peels off. You know what I mean? Ain't like how fish is and stuff. But your fat pretty much gonna be all this. See this white, fatty. You know what I mean? But all the fat don't have to come out, because sometimes the fat helps keep this meat together. If I take this out, this just gonna break apart. So like I said, this Kroger that I go to and get my stuff from, it's usually a pretty good Kroger. And it's pretty much. Alright, so let's start seasoning the meat. Just like I gotta leave the cabinets open. But let's start seasoning. I'm gonna start off with dill seasoning. Y'all know about dill seasoning. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. So you don't need a lot of this. It smells so good. But you don't need a lot of it. But make sure you shake it up though. Just see that? That's all you need. This bottle lasts you a lifetime if you know how to use this. So, dill seasoning. And a lot of what's in dill seasoning, I mean pretty much all this seasoning, but they're just gonna help you stick a little bit. Got some garlic. This going on the pork chop now. And it ain't no salt in this, so you over seasoning is not, it ain't gonna happen too much unless you just pour the whole bottle on there. I mean, but you want to taste what you putting on there. Oh, and this onion, like I said, I love onion. I'm gonna use onion powder, and I'm using chopped onion, and I'm using bell pepper. So, and I could have used the garlic pepper, but this right here, I want it to be separate. I want to actually taste the pepper and all the flavors when they mixed in together, and just give it a little kick, because when this cayenne pepper go in, I'm not using a lot of this. My wife don't like a lot of spicy food, so I just put enough in there where she's like, ooh, got a little kick to it. And paprika. Paprika, I decided to saute it. So paprika not going there until I'm ready to start sauteing it. Let me send it to the side. But all the rest of that seasoning, go in there and then mix it up. So that's all my seasoning in there. So once you get it all in there, you pretty much just mix it all together. Mix it all together. It's like you're washing your hand. You just mix all this seasoning. You the one that get around the pot, just get that. And you can smell what I smell right now. It just smells so good. And then when you look at the meat, you see how it's coated with all the seasoning. You see everything, pretty much everything. And once you got all that mixed in, then you put some salt on it. Now I'm just playing. Salt don't go on meat. Gosh. But anyway, you mix it all up. And then we gonna let this sit. This gonna sit exactly like this until the baked potato is more than halfway done. I'm just gonna let that seasoning just sit and simmer and just hold on to it. You know what I mean? Just hold on to it. So then, y'all, so while we wait, I'm going to cut up this bell pepper. This bell pepper going in there with my pork chop for flavor. And I like bell pepper, so I mean, I'm gonna eat some too. My wife probably not eating none, but I'm gonna eat it. And I pretty much just saute it with my stuff. So get all the seeding and all that stuff out of there. Rinse it off right quick. Yeah, I took my gloves off. I like to feel this. So, bell pepper, onion. So, you don't need a lot of onion, but you know what I mean. You're gonna need onion. It ain't gotta be chopped up real fine. Just chop up enough. Like I said, it ain't gotta be chopped up real fine, just chopped up enough. And go in the pot. Cook. That's about all you need. This right here. But all you need, it ain't gotta be that big. See what I'm saying? Bell pepper, same way. You just cut it in strips, and then you cut the strips in half. And that's all the bell pepper you need. And this is an orange bell pepper. I like orange bell pepper. I like all the bell peppers, really. All of them got their own little special little coloration, taste. When you cook it, depending on what you put on there. So I like it. And then you see these little strips right here? Once you get those little strips, you can chop them up fine. One cut. And that's it. And I just put all in my pork chop. And that just go sit there until, like I said, the baked potato get done. Alright, y'all. So my baked potatoes are more than halfway done. I think they're all the way done because they are very soft. So that's pretty much done. So now let's work on the pork chop. So like I said, I'm going to saute it, but I'm still going to put some a little oil down in the pot. It ain't got to be a lot. Like I said, you use vegetable oil, virgin oil, whatever kind of oil you want to use, you can use that kind of oil. All right, so now I got my oil in the pan, which is hot. Get my butter. Put my butter there. Remember, this is sauteed. Turn my fan. I had to turn my fan on. My little alarm, my fire alarm's off in a minute. So you don't have to wait till all the butter melt. Ooh, look at this. The smell, it smells so good. It smells so good. You get it? Like I said, we sauteing it. You get it? Putting it in there. And this is here. Putting it in there. Put it in there. Ooh, that smells so good. Butter around. So make sure all get some butter. I'm using my hand right now. It ain't this part of it ain't hot. Once you get all of it in there, take all your vegetables that you put in there and put in there. These right here you don't have to eat, but if you like onion, bell pepper, things like that, you can eat it, which I'm going to eat it because I like my veggies. Now, you just let that saute. Right now I got it on medium, but once I get them in there, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Just a little. Y'all gotta remember, electric stove cook faster than fire stove for some reason. I don't know why. I guess I don't know. Like the temperature is way more increased than like I don't know why. I just feel like that. Then you got pot top, and you put it over there. It don't have to cover. It just pretty much holding it down. All right. So pretty much hold it down for a nice good second. Let it get that. So why the pork chop is sauteing like I wanted to saute? Look at that. But while that's doing it, here comes the broccoli. Now, how I make my broccoli? I don't put water in my broccoli. If I got frozen broccoli, I don't point to putting water in the broccoli because this frozen broccoli, man, it got frost on it. It's gonna make its own. Water. So once I put that on there, butter, garlic powder, salt. I don't like a lot of salt, but I like salt. Salt, pepper. A little bit of salt. Alright. Once that's on there, just cover it up. It's gonna make its own water with the frosties on there. It's gonna be just enough water to put cheese on where it can be cheesy and good. So I'm gonna be back to show y'all this when I go to put the cheese on there once all that defrost melted down. And I don't like mine smashed, I like mine still whole. So we'll be back when we gotta do this. Y'all, I accidentally started too soon. So this one I already flipped this, so this is my broccoli. So you see how it made its own little water down there. It's all unthawed, it's still whole, it's soft. See that? It's soft to the touch. And you see how it's making its own little gravy. If I want to, I can put some water in it. It's starting to darken up, and I just flip it over. Oh yeah. So this is pretty much done. So this is where the last seasoning come in that I told y'all about. Is that paprika. You just sprinkle a little bit. That's it. That's it. You don't need a whole lot, but that's it. Turn your eye down even low. This right here smells good. You already got your butter and everything in there. Now, all you have to do is get your cheese. So for something like this is pretty much done. Takes one. Well, now get the cheese. This right here need about 3 pieces of cheese. That's about it. 2. 3. That's all. Some more butter on there. Alright. Put the hot pot back on. Let that cook. Turn the eye down. Get that back over. Because you only need one side that look like this. Not both sides. See how darkened that is? All that back over. Paprika on this side. That's done. This is done. I didn't even take out the pot, plate it, let it sit for a minute. With all this good seasoning. Alright y'all, so my baked potatoes are done. Out the oven. Ready. Get some big thing, they hot. That's my wife's This is mine. Now these baked potatoes out the oven. You see this? Gold. I mean, whatever. But you see this? They're nice and soft. I should be able to cut this with a butter knife, but I'm cutting it with a knife. So when you cut it, go straight in. You don't have to cut it all the way through. That's a good baked potato. Now how you really know your baked potato is done, when you open it, you push it down, and everything in there is supposed to squeeze out. Just like that. That's a good baked potato. Three. I thought you said you wanted to watch the Pumpkinhead. Oh, okay. Happy with